Hey man, we're coming towards the closing of these last um, couple of videos on despondency, depression, dejection, and we ended with talking about a low condition, and the next was weakness, being vulnerable to some things, vulnerable to the fact that we cannot change what is happening in the economy. We cannot change um, the losses that have been suffered. We cannot change the spiraling effect of it, and companies closing and properties and businesses going under and different things like that. Those are things we have no control over. And I'm more so speaking to those of you that have been employees of companies and you received the pink slip. That was not a situation that you could control, that you had to be one to suffer that misfortune, or a relative of yours, a husband, a wife, or sister, or brother that fell into that category. We cannot control the weak state that even college students are being inflicted in, at the fact that they are graduating from college in many vast different areas, receiving degrees and diplomas and etc. And it should be a time of happiness, but yet a lot of people are not happy. Why? Because they may not be able to get a job. It's hard to get a job. And so they have to deal with the reality of that fact, that they may not be able to find a place of employment. Am I saying that you won't? No, I'm not saying that you won't. I'm saying that the options where before, a couple of months ago or 2 or 3 years ago, we were at a better job market than where we are now. And to be a graduating class in this particular time is a hard thing. So another assignment of prayer is to pray for those that are graduating from college, that will have to figure out what they're going to do for this next couple of years, possibly months, or whatever season that we're in until things get better, that they'll be able to earn the income and make use of the education that they pursued and different things of that nature. So that within itself can cause depression, can cause withdrawal, can cause you to be gloomy and feel like you may have even done something wrong by your achievements or going to school. And we all know that getting an education, there's nothing wrong with getting an education. So these are a lot of things that we need to consider, a lot of things that we need to look at. Melancholy is a gloomy state of mind or depression. Melancholia is a term of which doctors use to diagnose people who are suffering with depression or a form of depression. And it's a mental disease marked by great depression of spirits. So people who are very deep into depression, very deep in their emotional sadness or grief or distress, that is melancholia. Um, Melancholy, or one of the other terms for melancholy, was actually used by the Greeks, which describe one of the four humors. When we look at the plays that the Greeks did, they used expressions, and we've all seen them, masks that look very much like what our praise dancers in the Christian church use when they paint their faces white. We've all seen them before. You see the happy face, you see the frowning face, you see the sad, droopy looking face. Those were part of the four humors. I'm just trying to provide you an illustration so that you can vividly imagine what I'm talking about. The four humors that the Greeks used in their playwrights, and they often referred to that depression spirit as being one of the sad or the grieved spirits. So one of the last things I wanted to bring to your attention that are in reference to the spirit of depression is equilibrium. Equilibrium is a state of rest or balance through equality, countering forces mental stability. The last portion of what equilibrium is basically, I just wanted to bring that up, is being in a place where you are emotionally, yes, off balance, and being emotionally off balance, you are chemically off balance in your body. And chemically, your body is not doing what it's supposed to do, which escalates that depression. So there are some people who, when receiving bad news or hearing bad things and hanging around stressful atmospheres, causes this chemical imbalance within that individual. And often they are referred to medication, they're referred to psychiatrists, they're referred to different sources to be able to cope or to deal with what they're going through. And that's when they will tell you your equilibrium is off balance. You are a little emotional. Your chemicals within your body are not balanced out, that you should be able to handle certain things as you should, function normally as you should. And basically what it all boils down to is mental stability. The Bible even tells us that a double-minded man is what? Unstable in all of his or her ways. So when you are at a place where you are very emotional, I always tell people, when you're at a state of emotion, that's not a time to make decisions, because we're not basically making decisions with good conscience. We're not making decisions at a good state or a good timing of our life. We're basically making decisions out of an emotion. So my prayer for you is that you would ask the Lord to give you mental stability, that you'll be able to deal with what's going on around you, that you'll be able to deal with the occurrences, the happenings, the fulfillment of prophecies that are even going on in this time and age and that we are living in, that you'll be able to deal with these governmental issues, that these presidential issues, these national issues, worldwide issues that are occurring. So ask the Lord. The word says that if a man lacks wisdom, let him ask. If a man lacks anything, let him ask of the Father, and he would grant it unto him. So some of you are lacking. Some of us are lacking mental stability. I can admit that even going through all that we have seen just coming into this year, that it will throw anyone off balance to see some of the happenings that we have seen already this year alone. So my prayer is for mental stability. I just ask that you pray again for business owners, CEOs, presidents of company, managers, supervisors, graduating college students, and those that are currently in college pursuing careers, people who are looking for employment, and that we also tackle the spirit of suicide that's attacking people because of whatever their losses may be. Everybody's losses are not the same. A loss of employment, loss of a car, loss of a house, and people have to downsize from their living, of their customary living, of what they're used to living, how they're used to being mobile or mobilizing and making movement in their life. Things are off balance. So pray for those things. Remember those things. Remember those people who are suffering with different issues, is my prayer for you today. Bless you.